Yeah, 28 to show in our next class of the day, the $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. Since 1837, Hermès has remained faithful to its artisan model and its humanist values. The freedom to create, the spirit of innovation, the constant search for beautiful materials, the transmission of savoir-faire of excellence, and the aesthetic of functionality all forged the singularity of Hermès, a house of objects created to last. First round course with 12 numbered fences, 15 jumping efforts, and a time allowed of 69 seconds for today's Hermès National Grand Prix. Welcome Trent McGee on course. Trent, the first rider to join us for the Hermès National Grand Prix this morning. And Bordeaux is mount the 13-year-old by Sentinel, owned by David Bustillos of Aliso Viejo, California. First to 28 for round one. Unfortunately, the second disobedience at fence 3 is cause for elimination. Sarah Hubbard is second on course. Yamperdi her mount, an 11-year-old by Sidan, owned by Hubbard Horses International, LLC. His knockdowns coming at 3 fences, a score of 12 for Sarah Hubbard and Jean Pardy, time 68.314. Niall Nasser now with Igor van de Wintermoere. The 17-year-old Cooper van de Heffink, owned by Evergate Stables. Yes, the 4 faults, single knockdown there for Niall and Igor, coming at fence number 5, and the time 65.345 over the first round track. With the ride for the NRG Farm, this is Bolivia's Daniel Bedoya with Heritage MBF. Just the 4 faults with the knockdown coming at 11A for Daniel Bedoya and Heritage MBF on a time of 68.709. First round time allowed will remain at 69 seconds. Our first 3 to complete, all doing so under that TA. 65.345, 68.709, 68.314 are 3 rider references. Our 5th in the order is Kian O'Connor, and the rider for Carlswood Partners with Genghis Khan Delonde. The 4:11B time at 65.899. A quick four-fault time there for Kian O'Connor, Genghis Khan Delonde. Jessica Springsteen and an entry from the Stonehill Farm, the 10-year-old by Cayado 3. This is Cayman du Poteau Z. Clear and just within the 69-second time allowed at 68.948 for Jessica Springsteen. Riding for the Stonehill Farm with Cayman du Poteau Z. Our first clear coming from 6th in the order for today's $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. That'll take us to Alex Granado with a ride today for the Bright Lights Group based in Lexington, Kentucky with the 11-year-old El Diablo du Nord by Durant. Alex Granado and the Bright Lights Group entry, El Diablo du Nord, finishing on a score of 8. Just the one clear so far, Jessica Springsteen for the Stonehill Farm with Cayman du Poteau Z. James Leone, next rider in the order for the Hermés National Grand Prix this morning. Galliano LW, the 11-year-old owned by the Rearm Farm, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. 4 faults for each of the 4 knockdowns. It's a score of 16 there for James Leon and Galliano LW. Ninth in the order is Michael Desiderio and a 14-year-old about Urano Seat. Entry jointly owned by Tranquility and Backcountry Farms. This is Le Muguet for Michael Desiderio. Pair knockdowns to finish on 8 for Michael Desiderio with Le Muguet. Taking us to 10th in the order, and that's the U.S. rider Luke Jensen aboard the 16-year-old Irish sport horse ABC Quantum Cruise by Obos Quality. Luke riding for the West Palm Beach-based Winmont in today's Hermés National Grand Prix. Luke Jensen and ABC Quantum Cruise on a total of 16 in round 1 of the Hermés National Grand Prix. As we're through the first 10, it's only Jessica Springsteen with a clear that came aboard Cayman de Potosi, the Stonehill Farm entry. Another 18 to go for round number 1. Kathleen Driscoll to join us next. Kathleen rides for the Plain Bay Farm, Middleburg, Virginia. Today partnered with the 11-year-old Casaletto by Cascadello. Yeah, knockdowns coming at 9 and 11A for Kathleen Driscoll with Casaletto. Finishing on a score of 8, the fastest of our 8s going into 5th at this point. And for Venezuela, Luis Fernando Larrazabal now with Victoria Tamantes at Check Me Out, the 9-year-old Mecklenburg Bashacum Blue. Yeah, both elements of the double at 11 down. It's a score of 8 for Luis Fernando Larrazabal, and it Check Me Out. Spain's Juan Manuel Gallego now, and Oriana van Reutershof, the ride for Aniela Gonzalez del Valle, and today's Hermés National Grand Prix. Clear round just within a 68.453. That gives us 2 clear and assures us of a jump off in today's $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. Clear from Jessica Springsteen with came into Potosí earlier in the first round. And now Spain's Juan Manuel Gallego for Aniela Gonzalez del Valle with the clear border Oriana van Reutershof. Rider out of Oceanside, California. Up next, Kendall Banks now with Super 7, an 11-year-old by Solitaire. And a correction, that was a Tom Watchman with Hawaii wrapping up on the 4 faults. And with that time of 67.349, that'll place Tom in 5th at this point as our 3rd fastest 4 faulter in the first round for the Hermés National Grand Prix. A little past the halfway point, we've seen 15, another 13 to go, 2 clear. Fastest 4 faulter in 3rd, that's Niall Nasser with Igor van de Vitamora. Kendall Banks up next out of Oceanside, California with her own Super 7. 16th to go. Yeah, 2 knockdowns, 2 time faults, 10 the total for Kendall Banks and her own Super 7. Laura Crowd aboard the 9-year-old Dubai United Touch S, the Hermés 1.50m, owned by the St. Bride's Farm, Upperville, Virginia. Clear it is, 67.688 for Laura Kraut and Una Mariposa, giving us 3 clear. Now in round 1 of the Hermés National Grand Prix, 2 for the U.S., Jessica Springsteen, Laura Kraut, and 1 for Spain with Juan Manuel Gallego. Avery Griffin now and Bodega Simile. This is the first of our 12 remaining combinations for the first round. Avery rides for PBC Equine Investments, Austin, Texas, and showing a 14-year-old by Caprice Bois Margot. Avery Griffin finishes on a score of 12 with the PPC Quant Investments entry Bodega Simile. Next up in the order, Alexandra Green Kirby with a ride for Wim Jansen aboard a 14-year-old about numero uno. This is Lucky Luke de Guerrera and Alexandra Green Kirby, first of 11 remaining for round one. Nine the total. The 8 faults in the field, the 1 penalty on the clock at 69.748 for Alexandra Green Kirby and Lucky Luke. Canada's Aaron Ballard and the 9-year-old Anglo-European Candide Chavanez, the ride for Elon Furter in today's Hermés National Grand Prix. We're on 3 clear. This is the first to 10 remaining on the first round order. Finishing with 8 for Aaron Ballard and Elon Furter's Candide Chavanez. Carl Cook next for Helen Signiosby of Woodside, California, with a 13-year-old home run by Spartacus Tien. 20th combination to receive the tone for the Hermés National Grand Prix. Just within 68.860, it makes it Carl Cook and a home run, our fourth combination to go clear in round one of the $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. Jessica Springsteen, Laura Kraut, Carl Cook for the U.S., Juan Manuel Gallego. For Spain, our four riders qualified through 20 here in round number one. Takes us to Ireland now, and Jenny Rankin with the 12-year-old by Inshallah de Muse, the Trinity Partners entry Ibiza, first of 8. Just the 4 faults for Jenny Rankin, Ibiza, and a time of 68.566 with the 4 will place Jenny Rankin and Ibiza in 8th. And our standings at this point for the Hermés National Grand Prix. JJ Toronto now with the 15-year-old Avitas K by Verdi Tien, owned by Jet Show Stable here in Wellington. Clear out for JJ Toronto, Vitas K, and our 5th combination to become eligible for the jump off and today's Hermés Grand Prix. Clears so far from Jessica Springsteen, Juan Manuel Gallego, Laura Kraut, Carl Cook, and JJ Toronto. Another 6 to go before we set for the jump off this afternoon. Another combination for Ireland is Bertram Allen now for Ballywalter Stables Limited with the 10-year-old at Kingston by Toulon. Our first of 6 remaining in round 1. Bertram Allen on the clear round with the Ballywalter Stables entry Kingston. And we now have 6 on the clear list for today's Hermés National Grand Prix. Max Watchman and Calix will be the first of 5 before we set for the jump off. The Irishman aboard a 12-year-old Hanoverian owned by Coolmore Show Jumping. One knockdown, a one-time fault. It's a score of 5 for Max Watchman with Coolmore Show Jumping, Calix. Puerto Rico's Freddy Vasquez for Joyride Eck. This is any President Van Kukshoff. Yeah, 4 for the knockdown at number 6, 1 on the clock for Freddy Vasquez and President, 69.646 at that time to yield that 1 on the clock. It's a total of 5, and it's just outside of the top 12 into 13th there for Freddy Vasquez and President. Celso Ariani are next up. First of 3 riders remaining on our first round list. La India Concha PS. 11-year-old by Contargos, owned by San Marino Stables, the mount for Celso Ariani. 6 clear, first of 3 remaining, receiving the tone. Pair of late knockdowns, 11-8, and the Hermés Oxer at 12 as well. 8 the score for Celso Ariani and La India Concha Vida PS. Eduardo Pereira de Menezes and his own entry, Messi's Whiz Kid PS, the 10-year-old by Messenger, the first to 2 left. Just over 0.05 of a second, exceeding the time allowed. 69.054 for Eduardo Pereira de Menezes. Messi's Whiz Kid PS. That's 1 on the clock. It'll go into 7th behind our 6 that are clear. And taking us to our final in the first round order, U.S. rider Spencer Smith aboard the Gotham Enterprises' own Tulare coal mine. For faults in number 9, 63.01 for the time. That'll be our fastest 4-fault combination in the first round of the Hermés Grand Prix this afternoon. And that will finish in 8th for Spencer Smith, riding for Gotham Enterprises with it. Tulare coal mine. Eduardo Pereira de Menezes on a single time fault will finish 7th today with Messi's Whiz Kid PS. We had 6 go clear out of our 28 for round 1, and this is the order in which they'll return. For the jump off, it'll be Jessica Springsteen first with Cayman de Potosí, followed by Spain's Juan Manuel Gallego with Oriana Venet Reutershof. Laura Kraut will go 3rd in the callback order with Una Mariposa, followed by Carl Cook with Home Run. JJ Toronto 5th in our jump-off order with Vitas K, and it'll be Bertram Allen as our final rider over the short track with Kingston. And today's Meter 50 National Grand Prix presented by Hermés. Since 1837, Hermès has remained faithful to its artisan model and its humanist values, the freedom to create, the spirit of innovation, the constant search for beautiful materials, the transmission of savoir-faire of excellence, and the aesthetic of functionality all forge the singularity of Hermès, a house of objects created to last. We're going to make some adjustments to the course to prepare for the jump off. We'll be back underway in about 12 minutes following a touch-up drag as well. 6 to jump off in today's $50,000 Hermès National Grand Prix. And just a few more passes from the Kubotas to wrap up a touch-up drag here ahead of the jump-off round for the $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. Jump-off course will begin at the Florida Coast Equipment Oxer, title sponsor for Week 8 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Then homeward bound down to the Dodd Technologies vertical at 2. Left-hand turn coming back to the Lugano Oxer at 3, and then the striped horses come up at 4A and B vertical to an Oxer combination there. So the same first to 4 fences for the jump-off round, but after 4B, it's going to be a left-hand turn around the gazebo to the Fidelity vertical at 14, not in play in round number 1, and then a right-handed turn to the Cathedrals on the outside line in front of the table bank. That was number 8 as an Oxer jumping home in the first round. Now a vertical jumping away as number 15 for the jump off, and then wrapping up that jump off course over the Hermés Oxer at 12 with the Liverpool underneath. So that jump off course 1, 2, 3, 4AB, 14 the Fidelity vertical, 15 the Cathedral vertical jumping away, and then finishing over the Hermés Oxer at 12. Hermés sponsor for today's $50,000 National Grand Prix, and since 1837 Hermés has remained faithful to its artisan model and its humanist values. The freedom to create, the spirit of innovation, the constant search for beautiful materials, the transmission of savoir-faire of excellence, and the aesthetic of functionality all forge the singularity of Hermés, a house of objects created to last. Jesse Springsteen will be back first for the jump-off with Cayman Potosí, followed by Spain's Juan Manuel Gallego with Oriana Venezuela. Laura Kraut going third with Una Mariposa, fourth. And the jump-off order, Carl Cook with Home Run. JJ Toronto Vitas K will be our penultimate combination. And Bertram Allen will get the final crack at the short track with Kingston. There are 6 to return, and the order in which they will be back. Just moments away from the jump-off in today's $50,000 Hermés Grand Prix. Kubotas are pulling out, and our first in the jump-off order is headed in. It'll be Jessica Springsteen back first in the jump-off for today's Hermés National Grand Prix. Yeah, the ride for the Stonehill Farm, Los Angeles, with the 10-year-old Cayman de Potosí for the USA's Jessica Springsteen, first of 6 in the jump-off. Jump off round clear for Jessica Springsteen and Cayman Nubotozi. Time at 38.5 at 39 from our pace setting combination at today's Hermés Grand Prix. It'll be a combination for Spain. Up next, Juan Manuel Gallego with the Aniela Gonzalez del Valle on the Oriana Veneto Reutershof. Time to beat 38 to 5:39. Clear and quicker by a little over a second at 37.485 as Juan Manuel Gallego takes the lead with Oriana, owned by Aniela Gonzalez del Valle. There's a new time in there as our next approaches at the gate. It's Juan Manuel Gallego leading at 37.485 with Oriana. Jessica Springsteen at 38.539 in second with Cayman Nubotozi. Third combination to get the start for the jump-off round is Laura Kraut for the St. Bride's Farm with Una Mariposa. Time to beat is 37.485. Lead changing hands again, 36.167 now the target. Laura Kraut now the leading rider with the St. Bride's Farm entry, Una Mariposa. Juan Manuel Gallego goes into second with Oriana. Jessica Springsteen and Cayman now in third. Another three to go for the jump-off round. Carl Cook with Helen Signy-Osby's home run, first of those three remaining combinations. 36.167, the time to catch. Close but not quite, goes into second at 36.752 for Carl Cook with Helen Signy-Osby's home run. Laura Kraut still leads with the St. Bride Farms Una Mariposa. Carl Cook in a home run into second. Juan Manuel Gallego. Oriana in third. Jessica Springsteen now in fourth with Cayman. First of our two left on the jump-off list, it's JJ Toronto with the Jet Show Stables Vitas K. Leading time at 36.167, Laura Kraut and Una Mariposa. New leader coming in at 34.533. JJ Toronto with the Jet Show Stable entry. Vitas K moves to the front of the pack after shaving a second and a half off of that time from Laura Kraut and Una Mariposa. Laura goes into second. Carl Cook now in third. Juan Manuel Gallego in fourth. Jessica Springsteen in fifth. And our final rider in the jump-off this afternoon for the Hermés Grand Prix, Ireland's Bertram Allen for Ballywalter Stables with Kingston. Time to beat us 34.533. 35 at 300, clear in the jump-off, finishing in second for Bertram Allen. And Ballywalter Stables limited entry, Kingston. JJ Toronto will take the top call for Jet Show Stable with Vitas K. Second award going to Bertram Allen and Kingston. Laura Kraut third with Una Mariposa. Top three to return for photos here in our Hermés National Grand Prix. Continuing with those results is Carl Cook with fourth aboard Helen Signiospe's home run. Juan Manuel Gallego taking fifth for the owner Aniela Gonzalez del Valle with Oriana. Jessica Springsteen and the Stonehill Farms Cayman finishing in sixth. On a single time fault from round one, it's Eduardo Pereira de Menezes seventh with Messi's Whiz Kid PS. Eighth award going to Spencer Smith, our fastest four faulter from the first round with Tulara Coalmine owned by Gotham Enterprises. Ninth for Niall Nasser with Igor Van de Vitamora owned by Evergate Stables. Kian O'Connor taking 10th aboard Genghis Khan owned by the Carlswood Partners. 11th for the Irishman Tom Watchman and Coolmore Show Jumping's Hawaii. And another Irish rider in the ribbons is Jenny Rankin placing 12th with Ibiza owned by Trinity Partners. Yeah, today's $50,000 National Grand Prix presented by Hermés. Since 1837, Hermés has remained faithful to its artisan model and its humanist values. The freedom to create, the spirit of innovation, the constant search for beautiful materials, the transmission of savoir-faire of excellence, and the aesthetic of functionality all forge the singularity of Hermés, a house of objects created to last. Yeah, bringing back our top three riders from today's $50,000 Hermés Grand Prix. Riders making their way over to the Hermés Oxer. That was fence number 12 for today's Grand Prix. Laura Kraut taking third place honors with Una Mariposa. Second for Bertram Allen with Kingston. And the win today for JJ Toronto and Vitas K. Here to present, we have Leah Rogers-Meyerfeld, the Client Development Manager, Equestrian Hermés. First rider to come forward for photos, the USA's Laura Kraut. Congratulations. Laura double clear today with Una Mariposa, owned by the St. Bride's Farm, Upperville, Virginia, to take third place honors on a jump-off time of 36:167. Second award this afternoon will go to Bertram Allen, and the Irishman rides for Ballywalter Stables Limited. His mount today, Kingston. Final in the jump-off, finishing less than a second off of that winning pace at 35,300 to take second award in today's Hermés Grand Prix. And your final to come forward, notching another Grand Prix win for this combination. Congratulations to JJ Toronto, picking up another top call aboard Vitas K, owned by Jet Show Stable, 34,533. Winning time for JJ in today's Hermés Grand Prix. Thank you to Leah Rogers-Meyerfeld, Client Development Manager, Equestrian Hermés, for being here for the presentation this afternoon and our $50,000 Hermés National Grand Prix. Congratulations to our top three again. Laura Kraut, third award for the St. Bride's Farm with Una Mariposa. Bertram Allen for Ballywalter Stables, second with Kingston. And JJ Toronto earning another Grand Prix win aboard the Jet Show Stables entry, Vitas K.